Hi guys, this is Crossy of Eclipse Gaming TV and welcome to part 55 of my Lower League to Champions League challenge with Dover Athletic, and it's on FM2014 if I haven't told you that, which I think I might have done. Another shocking introduction, my bad. But for those of you that watched the last time out, we took an absolute 7-2 pasting at home to Ebbsfleet, our old rivals from last season. Started to get a bit nasty, bit of needle between me and their manager at the time. And yeah, really wanted to come away with the victory on that one because we know that we're squaring off against a team that we should be able to compete with. Down at this sort of level, we are facing off against teams that are full-time outfits, are training a couple more days a week, so it is a bit of a struggle. I'm going to carry on with the theme that we worked so far, and we're going to see 2 to 3 games per part for a little while. One of those games which we're not going to see in this part, I don't think. As we see here, Wrexham are, I think, a club that are fully professional and could be a tough game. What I'm going to do really quickly, which is something that I thought about earlier on today, is can I have a chat to the board and push us into professional status. Okay, so we can't upgrade to a fully professional club at this stage yet, which is a little bit disappointing. If we could have made that move, it may well have spurred things along a little bit. As far as signings go, Peter Sweeney, the Scottish guy who did play in the last game actually, so I won't worry about asking the skipper to welcome him to the club. Let's see. So this is one problem that we are trying to work on, getting our familiarity up on the new tactic that we're working. I've gone from 4-4-2 with a narrow midfield, which worked fairly well for us because we were just leaking goals left, right and centre. Scoring them wasn't a problem last season. But I'm changing it to a much more attacking formation, which we'll have a look at before we jump into the next game. With the various player roles. It's the same setup I'm using at Manchester City on my English Revival series, which is long dead. It's ended up being my personal save, so I'm far and away beyond being able to record videos on it. But let's just put it this way, it's been very successful for me and not been a huge issue for conceding goals either. Fans devastated by the Ebbsfleet result? Well, yeah, I am not surprised. So let's get through this really quickly. So I tempted to blame the defence for our leaking goals left, right and centre, but I've been tactful and not pointed fingers at anyone publicly at least. Right, so backroom advice, probably going to ignore most of this. Bit of scouting for goalkeepers. Right. Throw in Fraser Franks instead of Marlon Romeo. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. That's a rotation option anyway. We're talking about our new signing, Peter Sweeney, who I'll show you really quickly. So we're going to be getting him on them corners, I think. And also on the free kicks, that's going to be quite useful. But he's got a lot of attributes that are useful. Decent first touch, good long shots, good passing, technique, again very high. Physically not brilliant, but that doesn't matter. This is the kind of creative force that's going to be useful for us, especially with what I'm planning to do with the team. I'm going to change things up a little bit. One comment, I can't remember who it's from, says we concede too many late goals. Well, I think we concede goals too early, full stop. So once I'm done working on getting the tactics right for this new setup, I'm going to spend all of the team training efforts on defensive positioning. I am going to make use of the mentality, change it from an attacking mentality once we get a goal or two up, and hopefully as worrying as it is to allow players to come onto us more with our shaky defence, I think I'm going to stick with that because we do, as has been pointed out, concede far too much in the later stages of the game. Yeah, and all in all, hopefully we're going to go on a charge and get ourselves a playoff spot. If we do, well, I say if we turn it around, we've not been in too bad form this season so far compared to last year, so if we can keep things rolling as they are, that's going to leave us in good stead. Ryan Hope's worth having a look at. Might develop to be a Skrill Premier goalkeeper. By the time he does, we're hoping to be well past that point. And again, Skrill Premier decent as well. We need better than decent. We need a miracle at the moment. And also, a little concerned about that. I've had to bring a few bodies in because of fitness worries, especially in our midfield, which is why Peter Sweeney came in the first place. Just to give us one more rotation option. Again, Harvey Rivers, potential, not brilliant. And what I have done, I know it's been talked about that lower level players, or lower level staff I should say, it's a bit of an issue with them and these star ratings. What I am doing is, or what I've done is hired some staff that have got better scouting numbers so that we can get some half realistic information out of that. But also I'm taking it a bit with a pinch of salt and not relying on it anywhere near as much as I used to, and have done for many years on FM games actually. So I'm learning new things out of this. Hopefully I'm not going to learn the hard way with a loss here away at Forest Green. They are 5th in the table so far. But let's get ourselves ready to go. This is Lee Hughes, who is arguably our best striker that we've got in, brought him in. Returned to full fitness in one day. I'll show you where he's come from. So we got him from Wickham, didn't play too much football, but 237 goals and 516 appearances across his career. So yeah, I'm hoping, especially since a lot of those goals were in the Championship, he's going to do a job for us. Who do I drop? Well, that's pretty tough because Nathan Elder's been in good form, and Birchall is, well, his goal scoring form in a Dover shirt from some years ago is stuff of legend. So yeah, hopefully he can replicate that. Interesting here that the quick pick has thrown Adamola up front. I brought Adamola back in after his 30 goals, 15 assists, I think it was. Might have even been 20 assists. And the only reason I can think they've done that is because of fitness issues for Nathan Elder, and that is exactly what's happened. So let's go with it then. Let's keep him up there. We'll throw Birchall in, advance forward as well, so keep them both in the same role. So we've got Sparks and Allen. Probably going to stick with that. I don't think I've got any other wide options due to fitness issues, etc. Yeah, I'm pretty much stuffed. Fraser Franks is going to drop in at centre back. Got Grant Roberts, midfielder, filling in. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is going. Not got a whole lot else I can do other than, yeah, I'm going to go with that. But I'm going to throw Tom Ross in here for one of these guys that's a bit knackered for Borrowdale. So I can put him in there, and then Roberts can slot into one of these central midfield areas. Just gives us a bit more depth, if anything else. So let's get to this, see how we get on. Sticking with this quite attacking 4-2-4 formation. I'm hoping what I'm going to be able to do is, if we drop back, go defensively, go to a more counter-attacking style, we've still got 4 players that are up there that can get in and do some damage for us. That's the hope anyway, so we're not just stepping back with no chance of picking up a goal. So we're closing down on the goalie. Wide players I want to be closing down on, showing them onto their weaker foot so we don't get those deadly balls into the box. And then for these two playing through the centre, show them onto their weaker foot, hard tackling, mark tight to them. Right, let's get to it. Gee the lads up a bit. And let's get into it. Whatever happens with these two games, I'm going to try not to get quite as downhearted as I think I did after that Ebbsfleet game. I know it's difficult as Birchall clean through offside and still doesn't manage to apply the finish. I'm going to try and keep perky, if that's the best word. That one came straight off the crossbar. Terrible camera angle though. Difficult to figure out exactly what happened there. Frank's good header to Sweeney, who links up to Adamola. Manages to get it through to Birchall, who Gets that one going goal bound. It took a very good last-ditch clearance off of the line. Chance for Sawyer. Birchall again. And that's 3 chances for him that he's so far spurned in the opening 12-13 minutes. Oh, wow. I'm so glad of that offside. There's a Shola Amiobi goal, that one. Terrible finish. Just sort of ran into it and no Dover shirts anywhere near him. Chance for Birchall to run onto that. Very quickly decides that he's not going to get there and gives up. Ademola trying to recreate his goal scoring form. Lee Sawyer on the volley. Goes for the side foot. Should have just blasted that. And Forest Green able to get it clear. We're threatening. No doubt about that. But it needs to come to a bit more than that. Wright had a good head of steam up there and put it over the top. So out the clearance. Birch and Ademola. What can they do? Can they get their old partnership going? Ademola got the chance to finish, and again the keeper, very smart little save, but we've had 3 or 4 chances where they should have gone in the back of the net. No other word for it. That's a terrible ball that's gone into the back of the stand. Wow. To be fair, Kieran Force has been looking very dangerous with his free kicks, and that drops us down to 17th in the table. But you can't get beaten at your near post like that. It looked like it went through the wall. There wasn't a sea of bodies that had to be fought through. Gutty, we've been running this game as well. Going back to the beginning of last season, really, lots of positives that we can try and take out of it, but positives don't get you points. And again, another chance that just needed a better finish from Forest Green. Goal before half-time would be lovely, just even it up. So there's another dangerous looking set play. It goes high and wide. Edsfleet just got a goal up. Chance for Birchall. Feeds Ademola. Didn't bring his sheet and boots. Scuffed with the left foot. Squirts wide. No threat there. So the players that have been unlucky. Well, yeah, I think that's probably not a bad way to go about it. And it's worked out well. I got Lee Hook. Who's still player assistant manager. Not for long, I don't think, because his playing days, if you look at his stats, are well beyond him. But good man manager in real life and in the game statistically, so they've got that right. Bit of a comedian, really. And he made the right judgment call, telling me to call them unlucky. But that's not gone to plan. Forest Green 2-0 up now. Free header in the box, in between 2 centre-backs. Ademola through to Birchall. Plenty of venom in that, strikes it well, but strikes it wide. Let's see how this play plays out, and then see if we can make a change or two to freshen things up. Birchall again. Oh, wow. I think I know which one of the 2 strikers I'm going to be dropping for the next game. Oh, Ademola's not even had too many chances. Right, I'll throw Sadira in for Ademola. Give Sweeney a run instead of Mark Hughes, who's looking a bit knackered. And then put Tom Ross on the right. Okay. Centre backs. Either you want to pick that guy up, please. I don't know how we got away with that. Smith with a sharp save down to his right. Giving us at least some small fighting chance. Going to have to go overload in this. 20 minutes left to play. If anything, if we're going to avoid conceding late, maybe be a small victory. Through to Birchall again. Miscontrolled, couldn't beat the last man. Forest Green playing up from the back. Final 5 minutes. Garner's wide open in the middle. Did look offside there, to be fair, and that is exactly what is given. With the amount of pace he got there, and both the centre backs left him, he could have just hung back for a second or two, sat on the shoulder. But basically, it's like watching the line. The amount of strikers at all kinds of levels that can't quite get that right. Again, Forest Green playing up from the back, making it look easy. Since then, the lads on that we're unlucky has gone down well, but it's not a good enough effort from our strike force. Needed to slot some of those balls in the back of the net. I think, on balance, that's kind of fair enough, but by the same token, you've got to take your chances, and we're squaring off against Forest Green, who are below us in the table. One of the few people that are. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. It's Braintree. Braintree away. Got the chance to rest quite a few players though, so we will be able to rotate in some fresh bodies hopefully. After that performance, I'm tempted to see Birchall maybe sit one out. Get Nathan Elder back in alongside. I don't know. We'll have a look in a sec. But let's pretty much jump straight into this other game. We'll have a quick look at team training. This is something we're working on, trying to get this bar up as far as we can. Team training. So tactics only. I think we're still going to have to work on the tactics here a bit. Yeah, so we'll stick with that. Keep on the tactics for another couple of weeks, and then hopefully we'll start getting this formation down, and we can start working on our defensive positioning instead, which really needs some work. Trust me on that. Let's get to this then. Let's see if we can bounce back with a win. Come on, boys. Give something for the subscribers to cheer. Let's do it. Right. Okay. So, how do I want to play this? Everyone's gone with what's suggested, and main reason for that is because of fitness. Look at all these 70s we've got here. This isn't good. Right. So, I want to play Lee Hughes. I'm going to drop him in for Birchall, who hasn't done the job for us last time out. Carter's got to take the spot on the right. Going to give him a little run in the side, as was talked about. What else do I fancy doing? Hughes and Sawyer, yeah, happy enough with that. Tom Rossen at centre back. Don't think we're going to do that. I'll throw in Daniel Cagna, our Italian. Anything else I fancy trying? Romeo back in at right back. Winter at left back. All in good shape. Right, any changes I can make as far as subs? Throw Tom Ross in for Grant Roberts, who could really use a sit out, I think. So that central midfield area, that's the problem. We need to have some bodies to rotate in there and try and manage it as best we can. Throw a cheeky save in now, because it wouldn't be the first time that I've gone and recorded parts and played games and then ended up forgetting to save it. So debut for Lee Hughes up front. We could drop into the relegation zone if we lose this game. A little bit worrying. Right, okay, so usual. Close down on the goalie, see if we can force a mistake. Never see it happen, but you can always hope. Show the wide players onto their weaker foot, going hard on them. Yeah, that's fine. And then the two strikers. Got a 4-4-2 that we're up against this time, so don't want to close down because that opens up gaps in between, but we want to keep them tight. Going hard, don't give them an easy day, and then push them onto their weaker foot as well. Right, bit of encouragement recommended. So let's try and turn around this bad run. Got Nathan Elder up front, who's been in good form. Debut for Lee Hughes. Got injured in pre-season. Nearly 250 goals, a lot of those coming in the Championship. Wouldn't mind 30, but we don't need it because it's Daniel Ficagna, our Italian central defender, vastly experienced, that's slotted one home for us in the 6th minute. It's all happening down here at the bottom of the screen where we can't see. But a nice left-footed volley. Turns out if there's actually anyone on that near post, the corner wouldn't have cleared the first man, but Ficagna managed to find some space. Constantine Carter going for an audacious lob from the halfway line. Not surprised that didn't come up. Tom Winter going to clear up. Marlon Romeo went a bit walkies there at right back. Let the man inside. Carter under a bit of pressure, the youngster. Just didn't even fancy getting tackled there, I don't think, and it's left us up against it. Luckily Holman put that one quite substantially wide from that position he was in. Could easily have seen that being 1-1, and again thought that would have been the same, but Paul Smith, great reaction save. That was belted at him, he's managed to push it clear. Good job we got that goal ahead because we are under the cosh here. What I'm going to do is change and try and control the match still, but be a little bit more cautious of those counter-attacks. Paul Smith catching practice. Still being quite aggressive. Want to try and get that second goal before half-time if we can. Adamola smacks it in there. Gets it in the mixer, but keeper is equal to that. Lee Hughes chance to run onto that one. Bit of a shoddy pass from Elder, and in the end just overhit it. Tom Winter, big hoof up front. Don't need to do that. We've got some decent midfielders. Play through them, let them work it. Another shot goes wide of the mark from Braintree. And I think based on this you can see why they're down towards the bottom of the table with us, because they have had plenty of chances but they can't put them in the back of the net. No changes so far, going to leave it as it is. I think both the strikers have been kept quiet here. Marlon Romeo is gone. Managed to win the challenge at least. So it's going to be the young lad Tom Ross slotting it right back. Only option we got because of fitness, etc. Smith, big boot up to Elder. Two centre-backs on him. Isn't able to come away with that. Mark Hughes with a long-range effort. Not the Mark Hughes, unfortunately. Be feeling a bit more confident about our chances if it was. Ficagna got a ball stuck under his feet at point-blank range there. Could have had his second of the game. Chance for Lee Hughes to finish, and he does. Pretty much his second shot on target. Hardly had any of the football, but when he did, he slotted that straight in the bottom corner. Tom Ross with the build up to Mark Hughes, to Lee Hughes. Boom. So let's see, we've got some tired legs out there. Have we got anyone that's in better shape that can swap in? Throw Ngoyin for Ficagna, who must have taken a bit of a knock. Then up front, I'll put Birchall on for... No, Adamo's doing alright. I'll stick him on for Lee Hughes, who's still coming back to full fitness. Done his job, putting us 2-0 up. 20 minutes left to play. Chance for Nathan Elder, and what a goal that is. Make it 3-0. And this is the issue I've got with this team. We have games like this where we just run through people because we create chances, and then we've got players in Elder, in Birchall, in Adamola last season that can stick the ball in the back of the net. I think Lee Hughes up front is going to be very useful for us in exactly that ilk. Slotting the ball in the back of the net, making the most of those chances. So we can do this. We just concede too many goals, and hopefully once we get things sorted out with the formation, Nathan Elder with his second. Oh, it's a train wreck. We get drubbed by Evs Fleet 7-2 a week ago. And now we just go and turn over Braintree 4-0. Just no rhyme or reason to these performances. Chance for Birchall now, long range. Goes for it on the half volley. Very ambitious, but they got that a lot closer. Had it dipping. Might be a chance for a clean sheet here. Tom Winter hacks clear to Birchall. Links up with Carter. Tries an ambitious ball up to Elder. Maybe try and link him up for his hat-trick. Didn't come off though. Tom Winter again, lashing it free. Adamola finds Birchall. Those two linking up just like they did last season. Draws the foul. Good save from Paul Smith at his near post. Got beaten there in the last game by a beautiful free kick, but he probably should have had it. And again, we scuff clear off of our own goal line. Dangerous area for a free kick. Final minute. Comes off somebody. Someone blocked it. Not sure who. And there, with the final embers of the game burning out, goes our clean sheet. But never mind. Those 3 goals are going to help the goal difference. The 3 points are very, very useful, and maybe this will help push us back up to the right end of the table. Let's see where we are on the table. So that's moved us back up to mid-table. 7 points. This is the area that I want to be in, which we are 5 points away of the all-important playoffs. I think that's going to be our route in, because Forest Green, who are at the top, Bristol Rovers as well, who are a very big club. Surprised to see them down at this level. It's going to be tough for us to chase them down, I would think, but we're not that far away from them. Anything could happen, and if we can build the right run, sort the defence out, get used to these new tactics pretty quickly, we might be alright, and we should, all fingers crossed, be looking at a more comfortable season than we were towards the first half of our first season together. So fingers crossed. If you've enjoyed this video, any feedback you got, positive or negative, drop me a comment. That will be great, and I'll do my best to help you out. Give me a like if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you next time.